Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And once again, this is the 1 hour chart. We're going sideways still. And I know this is a very frustrating time. And right now we have groups of people calling for two different outcomes. We have some people saying we're going to have another massive shakeout from here, and then all of a sudden we're going to skyrocket on XRP. Other people are saying no, the shakeout is over. We're going to skyrocket from here. I like to look at real world events. What could possibly happen this week that will trigger a massive run or a massive dump for XRP? And the one conclusion I came to is what's going on around the BRICS. We'll talk a little bit about that in today's video. So Wall Street experts, selling XRP now is like selling Microsoft or Apple stock in the early days. Jones masterfully crafts a comparison of XRP with Microsoft and Apple, urging XRP holders to consider a significant question. Would they have sold out of their shares of Microsoft and Apple in the beginning, knowing the remarkable potential they would later achieve? Taking a closer look at history, the public debuts of Microsoft and Apple came under scrutiny. Meanwhile, Microsoft stepped onto the scene in 1986 with an initial share price of $21, a figure that has since surged well over $300. Likewise, Apple's journey began in 1980 with a share price of $22, and today its stock commands an impressive $174.49. But I think Ripple and XRP will move much faster than Microsoft and Apple. We're already used to technology. Back then, technology came out and people were like, well, I don't know, maybe it's just a passing phase. But then all of a sudden, technology boomed, and it's still booming today. And that's why I said, we have banks now looking at Ripple and XRP. We have countries looking at Ripple and XRP. Major organizations all around the world are ready to go live with XRP because it fixes a real world problem, a cross-border payments problem. So I don't think we're going to have to wait as long for XRP to start to really take off. And you got to remember, Ripple has been growing and expanding over the past 10 years. So most of the groundwork is already put in place. Ripple CTO ends speculation on XRP ledger's Bitcoin similarities. So Ripple CTO David Schwartz has reacted to the ongoing speculation that XRP is just Bitcoin, except for a few differences. The discussion on X, formerly Twitter, started after a user claimed that XRP was simply a copy of Bitcoin with a few tweaks. The X user Scams Are Bad 5 claims to have spotted the MIT license document somewhere in the XRP source, and so came to this conclusion, according to Kevin Smith, who went on to query about Ripple CTO on the rationale behind including the Bitcoin license in the XRP source. The tweet caught the attention of Ripple CTO David Schwartz, who replied by explaining the genesis of the XRP ledger and where things could currently stand. XRP ledger was initially developed in 2011 by 3 engineers, David Schwartz, Jed McCaleb, and Arthur Brito. Intrigued by Bitcoin, they set out to create a better version that addressed its flaws and established a more sustainable digital asset designed exclusively for payments. Even if they are similar, XRP fixed every problem Bitcoin had. That's why it's going to be utilized all around the world in the very near future. But people get on arguing about the craziest things on Twitter when it comes to XRP. Why XRP is the most misunderstood cryptocurrency. So in simple words, XRP can do what Bitcoiners wanted Bitcoin to do and was designed for by Satoshi, but in a much more efficient way. With the XRP ledger, you can be your own bank today and use all its amazing features like escrow and checks or use its built-in decentralized exchange. Yes, you read that right. The XRP ledger has a DEX, and the majority doesn't know that. In fact, XRP Ledger's DEX was the first ever decentralized exchange, and it's operating flawlessly since 2012 that the XRP launched. Also, XRP Ledger was the first blockchain to allow for the tokenization of other assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, USD, and more. Which means XRP is not just for banks or institutions. It's not only about cross-border payments or Ripple. It's an open source, independent, and permissionless technology. Anybody can use it however they like, and anyone can build anything on top of it. So, you know, whenever people argue that XRP in XRP Ledger is centralized and it's only built for the big institutions and the banks, that's not true. It's built for anyone. And I like the idea that they talk about tokenization. It was the first blockchain to allow for tokenization of other assets. That's very important now when we're about to see tokenization explode all around the world. Because I want XRP to capture just a small percentage of that. And all of a sudden, me and you are rich. We're financially free. We will become the legends of the future. So, Ripple co-founder Arthur Britto envisions XRP's potential at $10,000 with global scalability. Ripple co-founder Arthur Britto believes XRP is designed for a price of $10K. Britto emphasized the importance of global scalability to accommodate the world's population of 7.5 billion people. XRP's potential at $10,000 reflects its ambitious goals and market aspirations. So again, it was built by three visionaries, okay? And Arthur Britto was one of those visionaries as well. And if they're saying, okay, XRP's built to be a high price, how can people still say XRP's never going to get to this price or that price? I think that kind of washes that away. Because if something's built or designed to be that expensive, it will eventually be that expensive. And you know, it's not hard to see it getting there. The hard part is envisioning it. In other words, we're looking at XRP right now sitting at 52 cents. It's hard to see XRP go from 52 cents to $10,000. But for some reason, Bitcoin, without any utility behind it, can pull that off. Now, people will say it's because there's 100 billion XRP out there on the market. But once the demand comes for XRP, and we know that demand is growing year over year, once again, it makes it very possible. Banks and institutions have been implementing RippleNet for years to have connectivity. You can't even start using XRP without any connection. Phase 1, connection, fiat to fiat. Phase 2, using XRP, fiat to XRP to fiat. Brad Garlinghouse has told you that the switch will be flipped once the market isn't sure enough. Now, it comes down to how much of the network is built out. In other words, the new financial system. How much of that is already put in place? That will give you the flip of the switch moment. And, you know, it's hard to understand exactly when it's going to happen, but I think Ripple made a lot of progress over the past 10 years, because that progress is still continuing even today. If they know Ethereum is bullshit, then they likely know that the SEC must be corrupt. This is coming from the biz. Take a listen to this about Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Now, the reason for the fragmentation of the crypto universe is that crypto runs under the banner of decentralization, where settlement is done through consensus formed by validators. Now, who are these validators? The validators can be miners, as in Bitcoin, or large holders of coins, or so-called whales, as in a proof-of-stake system. The fragmentation of crypto arises from the need to channel rents to validators and other insiders And one way that rewards are kept high is through congestion. When a crypto platform is used intensively by users, transactions costs, and hence rents to insiders, tend to skyrocket. And this particular chart shows the relationship between the user fees on the vertical axis and the number of transactions on the horizontal axis for the Ethereum blockchain. So, if you like, unlike money, which rests on the virtuous circle of greater acceptance and greater use, crypto generates instead high costs, high rents to insiders, and congestion. They open a gap for new entrants with often higher capacity, but they often also cut corners in security. In fact, finding the right capacity at the outset is like balancing on a knife edge. And let me explain that. As I've explained, congestion, if you like, is a feature, not a bug of crypto. It's like a toll road collecting tolls from users. But too much capacity means that no one pays the tolls, which means that the system cannot be sustained.
So more or less he's saying Bitcoin or Ethereum are not going to be part of the future, part of the new money system, the new financial system, because of congestion and the fees. And you know, people still out there, Bitcoin maxis, will try to convince you as a new retail investor that Bitcoin is the future. You have to invest in Bitcoin. It's the only cryptocurrency you want to put your money in. There's much better cryptocurrencies out there today. Oh, in Washington, D.C., special meeting coming up this year. I wonder why. Progress prevails. Crypto means business. I like those Ripple ads. And honestly, Washington is going to have no choice but to embrace XRP very soon because of this right here. BRICS expansion projected to reduce 90% of USD oil sales settlements. And I think the U.S. right now is not taking the BRICS seriously enough. You know, I think they are maybe in the background, but the mainstream media news isn't even really talking about this. My concern is, what kind of announcements are going to come out of this BRICS summit? And are those announcements going to either push XRP upward as the DXY falls? Is it going to strengthen the dollar and push XRP and crypto down? I think we're going to head up off of those announcements, but that's just my opinion. And it's definitely something we'll talk about in videos this week, because I think we're going to see a lot of crazy announcements coming out of the BRICS. So the most satisfying personal finance achievements. Now this pretty much explains financial freedom. No credit card debt, no car payment, home paid off, 3 to 6 months emergency fund, big portfolio account, big retirement account, no financial pressure, financial freedom from job, not owing anyone any money. That's what you have to look forward to when you invest in XRP. It can set you financially free. And you know, most of you want to quit your 9 to 5. I know I do. I want to take the time to do all the things I ever wanted to do. But you know what stopped us from that? The fact that we had no options to make a lot of money quick. Crypto gives us that option, and that's what I love about it. Then there's the alternative, U.S. states debt. U.S. government debt is $32.7 trillion. Household debt, $17.06 trillion. Mortgage debt, $12.101 trillion. Auto debt, $1.58 trillion. Student loan debt, $1.57 trillion. Credit card debt, $1.03 trillion. You know what happened? The U.S. government showed people how you can run on debt. And people in the United States just started doing the same thing that the government's doing. They're all running on debt right now. You know, as an XRP investor, my vision was always to set myself financially free. Go against the grain. Do whatever other people are doing, opposite of. You know, like if somebody's going out and buying a brand new car, I'm going to buy a used car that I could pay for in cash. If somebody is going out and they're going shop on major shopping sprees, I want to save my money. I want to put it to work for me. I want to invest it. And crypto was the best option for all of that. I have been holding and accumulating XRP since 5 years ago. I have never taken profits, not even when it touched $1.97. I'm here for life-changing returns. I know what I'm holding. When I sell, I will have real financial freedom. The time to sell is closer than ever. We are months away from seeing XRP trading at double digits. Oh, and I'm not selling all my holdings. I will keep a huge chunk forever. I'm excited. Do you know how many people right now, they can feel what's coming? They can almost see it now because you've seen Ripple out there growing and expanding over all during this entire bear market. And you know XRP, it's been held down and suppressed for far too long. It's about to be set free. And as XRP is set free and it starts to soar in prices, skyrocketing, all of a sudden you get set free with it. That's what's great about being an XRP investor. With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.